listening to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDB. Today, on the back of a famous quote from Warren Buffett that I posted and where he tweeted, "You will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is in sitting back and observing things with logic. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass." So today, what I want to talk about is how to deal with emotions. And emotions are something that obviously fuel us, they motivate us, they make us happy, they make us sad. And emotions is not always a negative word. It's something that I'll say from the onset. Emotions is often used in the terminology to mean negative, but it's actually positive stuff as well. So let's take control of emotions. Let's have a chat about emotions. And the key I'm going to start from is sometimes we just need to pause, we need to reflect, we need to reset, and then we need to go. And I'll repeat that. Pause, reflect, reset, and go. And I find that the biggest tool that sits underneath and underpins this, to me, is always the concept of emotional intelligence. I've gotten to meet many intelligent people in this world, and I've gotten to meet some that aren't so intelligent. And I think the common denominator so far has been those that are emotionally intelligent are the ones that are able to be in check of their emotions. They're the ones that are able to succeed. They're the ones that are able to get along with others better. And very simply put, emotional intelligence is a social skill, and it helps you become more aware and tactful in understanding and in handling your own emotions as well as the emotions of others. And that is so important. The concept of emotional intelligence is a social skill, and it's there to make you be aware and to be tactful in understanding your emotions and the emotions of others. So, the things that obviously come out of that is that you see benefits in improving in people in well-being, relationship satisfaction, resilience. So the people that are emotionally intelligent are the ones that are really able to get across their emotions. They're the ones that are able to say and recognize that I need to pause, I need to reflect, I need to reset, and then I need to go. And that's something that's really, really important, and something in today's day and age where everything's coming at us at a speed and a rate of knots, and everybody's busy with work and family, and so much more is expected of us. And again, the pace is just so tremendous because of many things, because of technology, because of expectations. The ones that are really going to prosper and the ones that I see that have got that really harmonious life are those that are highly emotional intelligence. And the good news is that emotional intelligence is something that can be worked on, and is something that can change week to week. Unlike IQ, emotional intelligence can improve and not improve if you're not working on it. But of course, we want to look at the positivity of it and get people to think about how they can build their emotional intelligence. Simply put, to me, emotional intelligence is all about consciousness. It's all about motivation. It's all about empathy, and it's all about putting things into context. Another way to look at it, it's the ability to look at, recognize and perceive emotions in oneself and others. 2, to utilize emotions to communicate. 3, to comprehend and regulate emotions. And 4, to be open and manage emotions to promote understanding and self-growth. So let's get back to what we were talking about before about you're having an emotional reaction, something's going wrong, the ability to pause. You need to be able to hit pause. Now, hitting the pause button, one of the really, really good, helpful ways to do this is just to deep breathe. Just stop and breathe deeply and count. So the art of meditation is very, very important. However, you don't need to meditate for 2 hours, for 1 hour, for 50 minutes. Stop, deep breathe and count. Breathing in through your nose, count slowly to 5. During this time, focus on the changes that your body is having. Understand what's happening inside. Your lungs are expanding, your shoulders broaden. Make sure that you hold that breath and then exhale. Hitting the pause button allows you to become mindful. To relax. By hitting pause, you're able to stabilize the emotion. So that if the emotion is anger, by stopping, breathing, counting to 5 and pausing, you stabilize. The next thing we talk about is reflecting. So being able to zoom in and have a look at exactly what is happening. Why did it happen? Not the effects of what happened, but why did it happen? I often talk about putting out smoke putting out sparks. Don't put out fires. Have the ability to be able to identify quickly how it started. So reflect, look back. Why did the problem occur? What is it that's actually making me angry? And you can only do that once you've actually paused, because the moment you pause, it then puts you in the right frame of mind. It makes you mindful to be able to then go into reflection mode. And you go back and you reflect. Why did this happen? How can I stop it from happening next time? How will I know quickly that this is going to end up this way? From my perspective and my experience, emotional mastery will not be accomplished on mute. You need to make sure that you really listen to what's going on. You need to listen to your inner voice. You need to listen to your inner feelings, and you need to be aware of what's going on around you. I always say to people, try not to do business emotionally or egotistically. And they are two very hard things. And take it from somebody of Sicilian descent, where I was brought up with emotions and ego and all the rest of it. And the one thing that I've always tried to do in business, especially whilst I built DeBella Coffee, was to make sure that when I was dealing with people, that I kept the ego and the emotion as far away as possible. And that the only emotion that I used to drive the business was that of positivity, was that of inspiration, excitement. I was channeling the right emotions in myself to be able to deliver the right emotions in others. Emotional mastery is the key to success. And the people that are successful are those that are able to master the concept of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is something that people hear a lot about. They understand the terminology. It's become a bit of a buzzword like entrepreneurs and all the rest of it. However, it's something that I encourage people to do a lot more work around. Daniel Coleman has written some great stuff around emotional intelligence. But again, it is something that really is the heart. To me, it really is the glue of what sticks everything together. Everything starts and finishes with people. And you'll hear me say that throughout the FlashCast. We are constantly in the people business. No matter what product, no matter what service we offer, we're in the business of people. If we cannot master the concept of people, we will never master success. We will never understand, we will never experience success. So the concept of emotional mastery is that we need to explore and constantly work on. The concept of emotional intelligence is something that we should always be working on to become better tomorrow than what we are today. And that should be our benchmark. Our benchmark should be better tomorrow than what we are today. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you now that the DeBella business could never have become what it had become if we hadn't built emotionally intelligent people within the business. I often say to my people, you can go out and sell a product, but when you're selling a product, you're no different to anybody else. When you're going out and trying to sell a product on the best deal or the best price or the best commercial offer, you're no different to anybody else. But when you go out and you sell it with a high level of emotional intelligence, when you're able to put things into context, to be conscious, to understand what somebody else's motivation is, and to be empathetic to their needs, then that takes you to the next level of being able to deal with people. Now, it's not just in the professional world that matters. It matters to us personally, and it matters to us in family. The one thing that I've learned over the years is that the concept of emotional intelligence, the concept of being able to deal with my emotions, are so much more important when it comes to oneself and to family, but of course business as well. But it starts with oneself, it flows to family, and then it flows to business. And why in that order? Because without me, there is nothing. Without family, there's no purpose. And then without work, there is no means for family and for oneself. So in that order, it is so important to understand and master the concept of emotions. The emotions is the engine room. The way we feel will depict how we act. And we need to make sure that we're constantly in control of the way we act. And of course, that's fueled by our emotions. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the FlashCast. As always, unscripted, all about you guys, from my experience, conversations with Phil DeBella. You've been listening to FlashCast by PDB. Be the best you can be. Until next time, goodbye.